Hi friends, welcome back to the Cook's Cottage. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different but very fun and gives us all the spooky vibes, which is a private medium reading at my house with a friend of mine, Alex Molina, who is a evidential medium. She's done a private reading with me before, but today we're going to be hosting it with my family and like one or two friends. But I thought it'd be fun to bring you guys along to show you all the prep work and everything I'm doing to prepare. But we got to go ahead and get into it because people are gonna like be here pretty soon. So, and I have a lot to do. So let's go ahead and jump into it. I wanted my guests to leave with more from the evening than just a message from their loved ones that have passed on. So here I am just getting started on prepping a little something for each of the guests to remember the evening by. In case you guys haven't ever made dried oranges, they are so easy and just add that like extra special touch. So all you have to do is slice them, put them on some parchment paper so they don't burn, and put them on a low temperature. I like to do 200 degrees for 3 to 6 hours. If you guys saw my last video, I talked about these cinnamon broomsticks from Trader Joe's. So I just got each guest one of them. And then after the orange peels were dried, then I just tied them on with a little bit of twine to the front of these brooms and gave them out to each guest. There's actually several different ways that you can dry out orange peels. And I decided to go with the old oven method. It was quick, it was easy. So this is what they look like after coming out of the oven. I did want to add some extra like spooky witchy touches for this night, just, to bring us all the feels. So I decided to do some hanging witches hats over the island, and I honestly feel like it gave it the perfect touch that it needed. You guys might have seen in my past videos that for every holiday and birthday or celebration, I decorate the island to surprise the kids with they wake up to. Just makes it, extra fun. So I have learned that using a push pin or a thumbnail to push the items, whether it's a balloon garland or these hats, I have learned that it is so much easier to just use those with some fishing line to make it stick to the ceiling. I went ahead and printed out some pictures of some known witches, and then I had some frames laying around the house, so I put those pictures into the frames, and I just felt like it added the perfect little spooky touch. Paisley saw me decorating, so she wanted to go ahead and get in on the fun. I already had these window stickers ready to roll just in case, because I just know this child all too well. This recipe does come from Ashley Porter on YouTube, and on Instagram I believe she's still Ashley Hughes. But this is her recipe, but we've made these at least the last three fall seasons, and it's a really big hit for parties and gatherings, so I thought it would be a fun little sweet touch for us. So starting out, I'm going to melt down the 16 ounces of candy corn into a bowl, and then we're going to put it in the microwave, and I like to do it in 30-second increments, just so it doesn't like melt too much. So we're going to start with that. So this was the first 30 seconds. You can see, well, it didn't do much, but I don't want to burn them, so we're going to go ahead and put them in for another 30. You are going to need a cookie sheet as well as a pizza cutter for this recipe. I know this sounds so silly, right? Trust me, they're a huge hit. They taste exactly like Butterfingers. Okay. So next, we're going to take our 16 ounces of peanut butter. Again, this is 18 ounces, but I already have a little bit off of it, so it's literally going to be like the perfect amount. Grab me a handy dandy spoon. Pour it in. Make sure, obviously,
nobody has a peanut allergy that you're serving this to if you are serving it to somebody other than your family. The hard thing is that you can really only make these seasonally because candy corn is not sold year round. So as soon as I always see candy corn hit the stores, you best believe I'm making this recipe. All right, I think we're pretty much there. All right, so I'm gonna clean as I go kind of girl, otherwise my OCD just, gets the best of me. So we're gonna take this, we have our peanut butter and our candy corn, and now we are just going to mix her together, okay? We didn't warm the peanut butter at all because the candy corn is still warm, so it kind of naturally starts to like melt it on its own. The biggest thing is you just want this to be thoroughly mixed together. Again, the arm workout. So once you have a consistency similar to this, okay, all you're gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and slap down some parchment paper onto my cookie tray. I have done it directly on the tray before and had no problems because, like I said, we're not baking anything into it. It's just used to chill and cool. So we're gonna put parchment paper on our tray, and then we're gonna put the consistency on top of the parchment paper, and then I'll show you where this little handy dandy pizza cutter comes in. So next up, I'm gonna go ahead and, looking at the time, I think I'm gonna go ahead and start prepping the charcuterie board and the bread bites. So let's do that now.
I very often make charcuterie boards for events, hosting, happy hours, all the above. And two boards never look the same. I love the chaos of a charcuterie board. I like to place things anywhere really, no rhyme or reason. I feel like the more chaotic the board is, the more I like it. So I do want to apologize. I was making these bread bites and I guess I didn't film myself putting the toppings on, but I did go ahead and list them all here. I did unfortunately slice my finger open when I was cutting the bread, so that's why in some of these clips you might see a paper towel wrapped around my finger.
We're gonna go ahead and grab that bag of semi-sweet chocolate chips. We're gonna put those into a bowl, melt them, doing the exact same process for 30 seconds. You don't want to overcook these. Oh, there she goes.
Don't mind me using my daughter's fork to pull up these Butterfingers. I'm sure there's probably a tool that is a lot nicer and more aesthetically pleasing, but I was on crunch time and everybody was starting to show up as I was dipping these, and I was like, I have got to get these done. At this point, Alex had arrived, so we all gathered in the living room together and got started on our reading.
Music in my head. And then if it wasn't that, it was just constant like peripheral shadows being like on repeat all the time. I just broke down and I was like, I don't know what's going on. And she's like, you're not crazy. Like the spirit's literally waking you up. Like you're going through a spiritual awakening. you need to follow your path. So that's when I got into mediumship. I'm worried of it's just validating. It's just validations to, I'm just being given little pieces of information that are being dropped into my awareness, and I'm just relaying them to you. I can't put the storyline together. That's where you guys come in. I usually just want yes, no, and I don't knows. You're more than welcome to validate what I'm saying, like, oh, I remember that situation, yep, totally 100%. Just don't give me too much information, because that could be the next piece of evidence that they break through. And I don't want anybody to ever leave thinking, wow, I think I gave her the reading of my loved one. I don't think she gave me the reading. This could be connected to a grandfather, a father, and a son. So this man could identify with all three of those. I feel like he's a grandfather to Beth, but I feel like he's a husband to one of you ladies as well.
You're so close, just so you know, you're on track.
Okay, just keep that in mind. I'm just going to recap. I feel like I have a grandfather stepping forward. I do feel like he would have been hard of hearing towards the end of his life. I do feel like I would have been shaky, because I feel like my hands are really shaky right now. And I do feel like in his youth, I feel like I do want to work with like woods. I feel like I'm tinkering with just like wooden objects. I feel like these would have been like household design objects. I don't feel like this was like large construction. I just feel like this would have been like little like picture frames, bird houses, like little objects like that. I do want to talk about how I feel very, very hardworking with him. I feel like very diligent. I feel very hardworking. Yep. But there's this, sometimes with hard workers, there comes this like very like stern personality. I don't feel that with him. I feel like a very soft, gentle, caring side to this gentleman. Would you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like one is my dad, one is my stepdad, and I feel like I see them just standing there, arm in arm, both of them coming through at the same time.
Yeah.
Totally. Absolutely.
Peggy.
Okay, Peggy. Would you have a couple sisters?
Yes, I have two sisters.
Okay, because he wants to talk about the sisters, but I want to talk about the one that's like really like stubborn and strong. I want to say she's always been that way since the day she was born. That's just very strong. The daughter that was strong-headed. I feel like I would tell her to go right and she'd go left. I'd tell her to stop and she'd go. I feel like I'd tell her to go and she'd stop. Like it was just that kind of like just tossle back and forth with her and him. Who would have the connection to owls?
Oh my god. My dad.
Okay.
Her husband. I just say when I got here, I said, Beth, I hope Alex says something about owls today for Jenny.
Oh.
That
I feel
happened.
like they live to like a very good age. Yeah. Maybe closer to like a centennial.
102.
103, baby.
Wow. Okay, yeah. Can you give me a name?
Wilma.
I feel like emotionally and mentally she was very, very strong. Okay.
And I have her jewelry stand.
Okay, so there's things of hers that you still currently have.
Multiple things in this house.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Okay. Would these be like really well-made wooden items?
The hope chest and her jewelry stand.
Because I feel like these were like properly made,
Yeah.
like very
Yeah, the
sturdy
hope
items.
chest. You made a comment about that.
Okay. Birthday, feels like a birthday. Close to Halloween on your side of the family?
Clayton. That was his due date.
Okay, Halloween. Because I
But
feel like I need to talk about the
yeah.
Halloween birthday.
Yeah.
She has 2 girls with her. So these to me feels like baby souls that didn't get to come.
So I've had 2 miscarriages.
So just so you know that she's the keeper of those souls. I feel like I need to go back to an older lady who would have had her nails done, and I feel like this was like a religious thing, and I feel like I always went to the salon and I always had my nails done.
Yes.
Okay. I feel like I need to talk about the grandmother who would have had an arch to her back.
That'd be Wilma.
Okay. Would the Hope Chest have like, would it have like costumes or like kid stuff in it?
There's baby dolls in it right now.
Okay.
It's in the playroom.
Okay. She was picky about who got what.
Oh yeah.
Like, I feel like I don't want that person to get that, and I want that person to get that. I feel like she was very involved in who got what.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay. And she's like, and I'm still, like, watching the things that are, so.
That's Wilma's message tonight, everybody. She's still watching.
I'm still very involved.
Yeah.
It seems like she likes to mess with electricity. So if it's like,
that's all you, girl.
lights,
No, I'm not even
or the
kidding.
TV.
I do want to go ahead and thank each and every one of you guys for watching today's video. I know this was something a little bit different, but I appreciate you guys being open-minded and letting me share this fun experience with you guys. If you're interested in checking out Alex, I will leave her TikTok here again. She is absolutely amazing, and the fact that she shared her gift with all of us was just so special. If you guys are interested in getting a reading, you actually can contact Alex, and she can do them over the phone as well if you're not local. So be sure to go and check her out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Sorry. No, you're fine. It's not like they're going anywhere. They don't scare you.